What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex, and you're watching the Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. Last week I watched Sicario, and I'm not even sure if I pronounced that correctly, but Sicario is a film directed by Denis Villeneuve, and it stars Emily Blunt, Josh Brolin, and also Benicio del Toro. And Sicario is a thriller set in the world of Mexican drug cartels. Now, the last time I saw a film about the world of Mexican drug cartels was a Oliver Stone directed thriller called Savages, and which also stars Benicio del Toro. He played a bad guy, but this time in Sicario, Benicio del Toro is on the other side of the law, and he does a pretty good job. As a matter of fact, everybody does a great job in this film. In terms of the acting and the performances, all very fantastic. If I gotta say something about this film, I gotta say that Sicario is a tight thriller. And what I mean by that is that it is very tight. From beginning to end, it feels engaging all the way through. And I am just absolutely absorbed into the story, absorbed into the characters. The performances help make the story believable and the characters. And also, it's just paced really, really well. If I gotta say, or rather compare this film to another film that I felt has a similar type of theme, I would say it's comparable to Zero Dark 30. Zero Dark 30 is a far superior film, but this film, Sicario, is right up there because you have Emily Blunt, who's kind of like the Jessica Chastain character in Zero Dark 30. She's determined. She's determined to take down these drug lords, and she tags along for the ride with these special ops guys. But she doesn't exactly know completely what is going on. She's left in the dark. And for us as well, we the audience, we're also left in the dark. We're left in the shadows. And we don't exactly know what's going on. But there is some covert stuff happening. And it just really keeps the audience guessing. And there's a lot of twists and turns. So I felt that this film is a very, very, very tightly directed thriller. And like I said, very, very engaging. And the story is great. I felt that the story is it could have been your standard good versus evil type of thing, but it's much more than that. It involves politics. There's a fine line that is there's a theme about a fine line that is being crossed. What is right and is wrong? What is right and wrong? What is black and white? And what is that gray area, which is something in between? That theme is actually portrayed a lot in this. It's actually talked about a lot in this film, and it really makes the film a lot more interesting because once you cross the border from USA to Mexico, you know, a lot of the things that happen really is on their own terms. All right, you're entering into a world that you cannot possibly comprehend. It is brutal out there, and the director really shows us that brutality, and it really makes us feel that okay, whoever's behind this is really evil, and this evil kingpin needs to be taken down. All right, now this film, even though it's an action thriller, there's not a whole lot of action in it. But when there is action, it is pretty intense. Now, I'm not saying that the action is like a lot of explosions and shoot 'em up gun battles, like your typical standard shoot 'em up. It's not like that at all. It's more like the type of action where there's a lot of build up to it, and then once it happens, then it just happens so quickly. But it's intense. I love it. It's really the type of action that really it's almost psychological because it's building up in your head. Right, your mind is completely glued to the screen, not because you're watching like bullets and explosions and things like that, but you're watching these guys go through dangerous situations, and it's so well directed, so that you're right there with the protagonists of the film. So pretty awesome. I gotta say that this was a great film. It is a film that is really well directed, well acted, and I think that it could even be right up there for an Oscar nomination. All right. Anyways, that's all I got to say about this film. I enjoyed it. I give it a 8 out of 10. All right. So there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like me on Facebook at ages 3 and up. No. Like me on... Follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation, and also like me on Facebook at facebook.com/TheRaginNation, alright? Wrong account. And that's all I gotta say in this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace. It's just a matter of time and timing, alright? So, that's still pretty cool in my opinion, alright? Moving on, he